Welcome to this look at new mods on Farming Simulator 25 with me, Mr. Silly P. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Monday, it is the 19th of May. We've got a couple of updates and quite a few mods. I've got all my prep done. It's very late. I'm going to start recording now. Chances are I won't finish the recording until tomorrow morning. And this is likely to be a two-parter because we have got a lot. On the thumbnail it says 50 plus mods. And we've got about 31, 32 mods and mod packs, but within those packs we've got some with 4, 3, 8, 4, 5, 6, 5. There are tons, loads to be getting through. So updates: the map Sunshine Forest by Carl TG has had an update. No, it doesn't say about a new save game or new save slot. The homemade chicken coop by Veteran Modding. Veteran Modding reached out to me the other day. It was Death's Pledge, still Death's Pledge on social media. Has been Death's Pledge on 22 all the way through 25 up to this point. Giants reached out and said the name wasn't appropriate, made him change the name. So when I said on the video the other day I thought it had changed, it's not a different modder, they've just had to change their name. So that's by Veteran Modding. In front of me we've got the Placeable ramp, 4.06 megabytes download, 4s and 3s on the slots. There are 4 of these by Carlos JC, Eclypse Team IWMM. If we go into our build mode, you'll find them just here. So we've got the larger platform there, square platform with ramp for 4,500 and 4 slots. We've got these ones. One is standard, this is brown, and one is red. I went for the red option, so it's got like a red dust look to it. And then the brown option is the other option, which is that one there. So I've got kind of one of each or something. And then we've got the small one for 2,800, which is just the ramp, not the platform as well. Again, brown and the red, and I went for the brown on that one. So there you have it. Nice and made and detailed. This one with the platform. This one here to put up against something. If you want to load directly from that, use it as a jump for something. It's entirely up to you, as these things always are. Next, we have got this. The Gravel Factory, 3.55 megabytes download, 17 slots and 25,000 for the building. And under sell points, for 4 slots and 100, there's a sell point that comes with this. It's by Weasel, who brought us there's additional fill types. We've had a coal factory, there was a stone one. I think there's going to be more stuff coming out within this system pack. The buildings are slightly different each time, sort of alterations on a set configuration, I guess. You'll find this under build mode and factories. There's no customization options. The sell point is under the sell points, which is in the same category like factories, and you go across one. So the sell point is just behind. Now this comes off the back of, there's the coal one, there's the rock delivery one, the one that gives you rock, and the fill types, the additional fill types that came. And I said at the time we're going to be getting more and more stuff that comes with this, and so we are, and so we have. We come through to here, putting in is done there. Stones go in. Well, I say stones go in, all sorts of stuff can go in, but the principle being you bring stone. So you bring stone in. If you look to the right, it says construction gravel, crushed stone, gravel, stones can be brought in, but also are your outgoing products. So if you've got the fill type silo, which there is a silo that comes with the fill types, you can bring any of those things. So if you're running a production of something else, if more and more stuff comes out. But what I've done is I've set it on the first one, so it's 25 stone to 25 stone, don't lose anything. 1,920 cycles a month, so the cycles a month and the recipe not too bad. So then what I can do, if I go back to here, I look for the one that requires crushed stone, which is the next one down. Crushed stone will now give me construction gravel, gravel and sand. So if I set that one running, because I've now got my crushed stone from my stones that have got in, that'll run the others. Then we've got fine gravel, and that can be run from construction gravel, which we don't have yet. Our construction gravel is a byproduct of doing our crushed stone on the recipe at the bottom there, construction gravel. And then sand can be done from gravel, but we can also see we're getting that as a byproduct from this one as well. So as we're getting construction gravel and gravel, we can use both of those to produce other things, our fine gravel and our sand, and then we can get those off and running. As you can see, we've already got now 2 litres of gravel, 2 litres of construction gravel, and then we just set the other balls rolling, and it runs at a fairly good speed, and off we go. Happy days. and then when you want to sell them, round the back there, if you want to sell them, or again, if we get more productions and stuff from Weasel that require these things, you can carry on to your heart's content with those. That's the gravel factory. Next, we have got 3 sheds. I'm going to show you one of some of the mods today. I'm going to show you in the mod hub section, in the build mode, in the buy section. I haven't got them out. I got them out to check a couple of things, but there's just too much stuff to put out. So we have got the grain storage hall, the small composite hall, and the storage hall, all by PXLR or PXLR. The grain storage hall, which is in front of us, 24.79 megabytes download, 30 slots, 660,000 litre, standard crop types. It's not a multi-fruit silo. Putting in is done there once you open the door, and then taking out is done there. 660,000 litres is the total capacity. That's not 660,000 litres of each particular crop type. Like I say, it will do your standard crop types. Those doors just open to reveal the wooden boarding, and then inside, if we go into the building here, we've got an office. We've got our light switches here, so we can turn on or off our outside lights. And then in here, have we got a switch on the wall there? I know we have in the office. In the office here, there's a light switch on the wall there. And then if we jump up there, you can see all the various different things that can be stored in there will be stored in there. And then taking out of the silo is done just here. So this one is under build mode and silos, the composite hall, 7.5, sorry, the grain storage hall. There was no customization options, it comes just as it is. Fairly straightforward. If we now go into build mode and we go sheds, was what we wanted, come down on sheds to there, and we've got there. So there's our small composite hall. Let's find a gap. There's our small composite hall. Again, no customization options, it comes just like that. Door slides open. Doors. 65 grand, and then next to that for 128,369 we've got the storage hall. So composite hall, 7.54 megabytes download, 13 slots, 65 grand. The storage hall, 9.02 megabytes download, 6 slots, and as you can see, 128,369. That one slightly bigger. Again, no customization option. I like the fact the roof types are different in each one. It's not a sort of set, you know, here these are not part of the same pack, but made by the same person. You know, often you get a very similar design style running through stuff, but I like the fact they're all slightly different. So there you go. Next we have got, again I'm going to show you in here, concrete sheds. These are 15.79 megabytes download, 8 slots and 7 slots. 30 and 35,000 by MartinCz. So our 30,000, and so these two are linked, and these two are linked. So if we click on that one, nice weathering, nice detail, no customization option other than that. So that one for 30 grand is open all the way through. That one has a wall halfway down it. So it's separated in 2 separate sides. And then we got the white-walled, whitewashed. Again, I love the weathering on the roofs. It's very nice. No customization option other than that. And then the same thing with a wall in the middle. That's the concrete sheds. Next we have got, these two are representative of 3, which is weird. I know, it'll make sense in a moment. These are the barns. This is 18.33 megabytes download by Radix Games. The first one is I say decorative, it is under sheds. So you find the first one under sheds. 48 slots, 15,000 to buy. I haven't put that one out because it's identical to these two, with all the different doors and stuff that open. But these two you'll find under silos. The first one is 50 slots, 150,000 litres, that's a hayloft. And the second one is 50 slots, 50,000 litres, that's a silo. And that will do standard crop types as well, not a multi-fruit silo. So when we come up to it here, if I close these main doors, we've got these side doors that open. That one there. And we've got one to the side there. Main door opens, and we've got a hayloft. Now this is 150,000 litres again, total. Not 150,000 litres of each. I tried to put straw in here, I thought I'll double check, and it wouldn't allow it. So it's 150,000 litres total. So you can see our in and our out. This door opens and closes at the back. If I can get the door to close at the back. Close the door and get out of the way of it. They close quite quickly. We've got another side shed bit, I suppose, to the side there, which is the same on, well, the next one. Just here, and this is your silo one. Again, all the same doors and stuff open, and on the barn version, it's the same. And there we go. For our silo, we've got our putting in, our taking out for our various different crop types in our base game. Now I haven't found, it looks like there's a kind of hay lofty bit up there, but you wouldn't be able to get to it really any particular way from here. In the shed version you might, actually I should have put one out, shouldn't I, because there might be a ladder to get to it. I'll leave that as a surprise for you. I did it on purpose. No I didn't. Build mode, silos. There you go, just there. 15 grand for each of them, which is pretty good. You can't really odds that too much. That's the barns. Next to that, we've got the tiny workshops. These are by OmaTana. 4.75 megabytes download, 13 slots and 1 slot. 1,000, 2,000 and 100 to buy. You'll find these in the build mode and your tools section. So, I mean, yeah, price-wise and size-wise and whatnot, very nice indeed. So you've got a more open shed style there, a more closed-in shed style there. This had the customization option for colour, if I recall correctly. And then we've got just the workshop trigger. So if you want to use another building and have a workshop trigger, that's the one that's just 100. And all of these are repair and repaint, not just repair. Which, again, pretty handy when you're looking for, bottom right, repaint and repair. Very cool indeed. Which I don't think, was there a light switch under here? I don't recall seeing one. I'll show you very quickly. Build mode and tools. I can't help myself. I know I've got a lot to get done, but let me just double check that. Yes, there was a customization option for colour, like so. There you go. That's the Tiny Workshop by OmaTana. Next, and also by OmaTana, this is quite a big pack, this one. We have got all of these. And there's more. I haven't got them all out. So, this is the American Barn by OmaTana. 32.1 megabyte download. We got, I started to write them all down and it was getting bonkers. We've got the farmhouse, 14 slots, 45,000. We then got silos, 2 of 6 slots and 45,000. One with a metal silo, one with a concrete silo. We've then got a bale and pallet storage, which is just over there. And we've also got a shed on its own, which is 5 slots and 30,000. We've got a hayloft there. And when I say hayloft, that does lots of forage type things, not just hay and straw. And each one, the main building is the same barn, but then obviously that one's got a silo, that's got a hayloft bit in it, that's got, I did actually put some stuff in there to see if it put any, I couldn't see that it was actually putting hay in. And then bale and pallet, I'll show you that in a moment. But this one here is a farmhouse. So we go into here, you'll find it, there you go, just there. As you can see from different colours, customization option on these is colour, so we can choose our different colour on that. So there you go, 45 grand for that one. If we come across to our silos, and this is what I said, I haven't got everything out because there we've got our barn with metal silo, that's that one there. And then we got, for the same price, there you go, barn with concrete silo. These are 10 million litre capacities on these, as you can see on the details. Then we've got this one here, which is the American barn with hayloft, that's that one, also 10 million litre capacity. And then we've got this one here, which is a bale and pallet storage, 500 pieces. That's that one just there. But then we have got the silos on their own. So the metal silo that goes with that one. And then we've got the concrete silo that goes with the other one on its own. So if you want to put them with other buildings, again, 10 million litres, multi-fruit. Pretty cool indeed. I think that was all of it. Oh yeah, and then finally, if we come to sheds, there's just the shed on its own. So if you just want the American barn style shed, again, customization option is colour. Go for it. Have fun. Loads and loads of doors, loads of ways in and out, loads of space downstairs. Upstairs is pretty cool on this one. So the basic layout is the same on each one. We come up here and we come into this section. Look at this! How about this bit a bit fancy? Sleep and wardrobe trigger upstairs in here. If we open the side door, there we've got a little facility. And then this is very cool as well, look. How nice is that? It's all these additions. Very Bob Ross that. And look at that. That's a full-on Bob Ross. Is there one on the other side? Oh, come on now. That's, yeah. They never say go full Bob Ross, but sometimes you just gotta. There you go. Right, so that's the farmhouse. Let's open the door on that. The silo, like I say, that is multi-fruit. I'm not going to... The multi-fruits is pretty much everything it takes. The silo in and out is there. The barn is just sort of on the side of it, or the silo is on the side of the barn, probably. This is the hayloft one, and I've just brought this over just so I can show you what you can put in it. So putting in, taking out is done here. So taking out, we've got grass, straw, silage, chaff, forage, hay, top mix ration, back to grass again. So not just grass, not just hay and straw. I did check inside because I thought I put some in. Has it piled it up? Because I thought it might sort of fill the silo, but I can't see anything. And then the bale and pallet storage just here. If we open our doors here, I put quite a few in this to double check. Bales, pallets, big bags, productions. It seems to be taking absolutely everything, although that's curious. But anyway, it will take 500 items. That's your bale and pallet storage. So that's your American barn. Barns. Not quite American Gothic, but, you know. There you go. By OmaTana. Next, we've got the Old Brick Cow Barns by Agrogaatti. This has got a ton of stuff in as well. Did I write down how many? No, I didn't write. Old Brick Cow Barns, 44.81 megabytes download. We've got 24 slots, 25,010 animals. Now, I've put 10 plus, you'll see why. We've got 21 slots, 32,000, 16 plus. And then we've got 20 slots, 50,000, 28 plus. Then we've got manure heaps, manure heap extensions, and I've got some notes as well. But I don't think I'm going to need the notes because if I recall, I think I've got them. I've got their number. We come down to our animal pens. So there's our one for 25 grand. There's one for 32 grand. There's the one for 50 grand. Customization options on these. We first go to place them. I'm just going for that one randomly, and we can change the colour, which is the roof. So we can change the roof colour. You might notice it's come off of there. We've got a brown roof, we've got a grey roof, we've got a blue roof. So it's the roof colour that changes on these. So that one there is that one there, which has got a kind of covered area there with a shed to the side. That one there is this one here with the ramp at the end, which takes you up to the hayloft, and then that one there is ramp in the middle, which takes you up to the hayloft. Now, as you can see, this one I've made the pen larger. These all three have the customization option for making the pen larger and having the meadow in. I left these two standard, but I did convert this one slightly just so we can have a look. But as I said, these also come with, we go to silos and we go to, where does these start? Because there are quite a few. We start here. We've got manure heaps, various different types. Quite a few of, there you go. All part of the Old Brick Cow Barns mod. And then under silo extensions, we've got a whole load here as well. So we've got heaps and extensions. I just put one in by this one. As you can see, we're getting some manure in it already. And the barns, the cow pens will tell you, that will tell you, under animal husbandry, if you look on the right hand side, it says manure heap. No manure heap nearby, no liquid manure tank nearby, and that's part of the notes. These you do not get slurry from automatic. It says these buildings, barns are not designed to give you slurry by default. If you want to get slurry from them, then you have to put in a slurry heap next to them. If I go across the next one, you'll see that one has got a manure heap. That's the one I placed the manure heap by, but doesn't have a slurry tank. And then the next one hasn't got either because I haven't put them next to it. So what I'm going to do, come out there, go into build mode, because I haven't actually tested this. We go to our silos and we come down to a slurry one. There we go. So if I place this one, if I can get it right next to it, we should be fine, shouldn't we? Let's just go like that. Will it allow me? And will it tell me, if I come back out now and go into there, will it say, should be the middle one? Nope, no liquid. Okay. Bear with me a second. Okay, I may have sorted this. In this description it says, old barns like these typically cannot collect liquid manure, but you can obtain slurry if you wish by placing a liquid manure tank and an extension tank near the barn. Now I tried to place, I placed that one there in the end, the tank, and it still wasn't showing on any of them, so I did an extension, and I put the extension there. If we come out of here and go into there, you'll now see on the middle one, that is showing, I haven't got the warning there for manure or slurry. And that was with the extension, not the tank. Because if we go to this one, or that one, bearing in mind, I've got that tank right between those two, that one should be showing, and it's not. So if I demolish that there, I'm hoping the other one should still be showing, the middle one. Yeah, so it's a slurry tank extension, not the slurry tank. Anyway, there's the manure heap. I've spent long enough on these already. So this was the first one. This door does open. That door does open. Dialogue box is just there. Light switch is here. I do like that yellowish light. Then we have got a sort of garage bit to the side on this one, which is pretty cool. For storage again, light switches. Where was the other one? There's one there, one over the other side. So we can turn lights on here as well. I did check this workbench because I wasn't sure if you could put down chainsaws, cans, that kind of stuff. Our milk point for the milk parlour is there, but like I say, you do then have to put in your own manure heap, your own slurry extension if you want to, and that's the extended one. Then that one's got the hayloft up to the top. If you've got your icons on, milk point, dialogue box, doors that open, like I say, it's all fairly straightforward. Feed and bedding on the other one was pretty straightforward. And then we've got a hayloft up the top. Again, doors to open up here as well. With lighting and light switch. That's just for storage. And then the other one has got the ramp on the end. But again, for intents and purposes, the same building. Just a slightly different orientation, so to speak. I think I covered everything on that. I hope I got that all right. There we go. That is the old brick cow barns. Oh, next, we've got the Stihl MS261CM pack by HR Forst und Fahrzeugbau, 2.14 megabytes download. If we go into here and we come down to our saws of the chain variety, there we go, there's our first one for 950. Then we got fancy, look at this, 965, 980, 995. That one is the Timber Sports Edition. That's the Carbon Timber Sports Edition, and that was the Special Timber Sports Edition. I went for the Special. You can see there that's got the orange back section on it. That one is black, that's the Carbon, and then it's Timber Sports Edition. I'm sure it said, I've never really noticed much difference. It's hard to tell, isn't it? It says what was changed: colour of the chain, exhaust smoke, optical adjustments, running speed, cutting size, Timber Sports design and Carbon design. So if we go into there and we go, that's standard. There you go, there's our Carbon. If we turn it, you can see the design on the blades, and look at the teeth. The teeth are coloured as well. How crazy is that? Just bear with me 1 second. Let's put that away, and I'm going to whiz over to a tree. I did the job. Yeah, that's fancy, isn't it? Anyway, there we go. That's the Stihl. Now, again, we're going to be looking at these in here. So, next we've got the Meyer weight pack and the Steyr weight pack. Both these by Agrar Design Austria. First one, 2.62 megabytes download, 2, 2 and 1 slot. And the Steyr weight pack is 5.94 megabytes download, 1 and 2s on the slot account. So if we come down to here, here's our Meyer. Now that hook, I tried a few different things. I couldn't get anything to work on that. It looked like that front section was also a 3-point link, and I checked that it's not. I tried to hook a big bag onto that. I thought maybe that's what it's for, but I couldn't seem to get any option on that. We've got standard with an extra weight on that one. That one, standard or with an extra weight on that one. And then that one is a flatter one. Still attaches to your 3-point, but sits a little bit lower, which still gives you access to your trailer hitches and stuff like that. So that's the Meyer pack. And then coming down here to the Steyr pack. And as you can see there, we've got all these here. And the options are the same on each of them. We go into there, we can change the main colour. And this is the reflectors colour. So if I go for yellow, and then on the white one, let's go green. There you go. That's what changes on the weight pack on there. Both packs by Agrar Design Austria. Next, we've got these. This is the Autoload Balefork pack by Nightmare. 3.03 megabytes download. I've put various: front loader, telehandler, wheel loader. and skid steer loader. I think that we had some options for all of these. As you can see, I've got a skid steer loader one out. So I've got a telehandler one, we've got a couple for wheel loader, and then we've got one for skid steer loader. These are auto load forks. I mean, that's what it says. So if we go into here, we'll start on the front loader. So if we come down, we'll get to, there you go, Autoload, Balefork pack, those three there. Options on these, it's just colour. As you can see, colour changes on that one there, colour changes on that. So these are your front loader ones. But this one has the option for front loader, telehandler or wheel loader. So I think I went for a wheel loader version in here, but there is also a version under wheel loaders and colour option there as well. Come out there. If we go to our telehandler tools, I think we had, there we go, got that one there. Again, main colour option, and that one there. They all seem to hold 3 as far as I can tell. And then we come down to our wheel loaders. We've got that one there, which again I got one out of the front loader one and just changed it to wheel loader, but there is one here under wheel loaders, and I got one of these out as well, the McCormick one. Now these say they will do square and round bales, so I did that as a kind of test just to see what we're doing. They will do square and round bales as well. And then we have got under skid steer loaders, I think it was just the one, there you go. Autoload Balefork pack just there, again colour option on those. While we are here, bale spear under skid steer loaders. The bale spear, the Lizard bale spear. 0.97 megabytes download, 1 slot by Adub modding ABP team, and we've got a bale spear there we can change the colour of, so that's also in here, unrelated to the pack that we're actually looking at, but I thought while we're here we might as well cover that one. So if I turn that on, raise that up, it says to the left activate. If I drive up to these now, I can use them as normal bale forks, no problem at all. If I go activate, boom, there we go, there's our 3 on there. And then when it comes to unload, we do unload here, start overloading, which is kind of let them go. It doesn't make the forks, which is weird actually, it doesn't make the forks kind of invisible, they don't just drop through, but it will auto load them on, which makes life a little bit quicker and easier. Then I have to stop unloading, I don't want to go back onto activate, that's fine. So that's our telehandler. We go to our wheel loader just here, if we go activate, no, it's already taken it because we were close enough to it. Does the first one, then does the second one. They vanish immediately. Don't panic, they do reappear. I must admit, I was like, oh no, what have I done? There you go, opens and closes the fork. We've got our 3 on there, no problem at all. I back out the way there, and then we unload here, and it will drop. I don't need to press anything else after that. Start overloading, and it drops them off. I need to back far enough away because actually the trigger on this is quite long. If I stop unloading, and then deactivate. If I stop unloading, it's still inactive and it reloaded them. So when it does that, give it a couple of seconds, then deactivate, and it'll put it away, and we're good to go. So that's the one that was under wheel loaders. This is the one that was under front loaders, and I switched to a wheel loader one. Does exactly the same thing. I got small bales in this, but I still do large ones as well. Activate, drive up. This does the same thing. Don't panic. It'll remove one, but it operates all the spikes and stuff. Look, puts them on. Job done. Unload here, drop them off, we are good to go. Stop unloading and deactivate, engine off, and then our skid steer loader one, I mean you kind of get the idea now. Activate. Well, I'm going to double check because I didn't double check on the other one. I'm sure it will do round bales as well. It does say it will do round bales. There we go, unload here, start overloading. It overloads them onto there, which makes them sort of normal bales, I guess. Let's come right out of the way of there. Stop unloading. Right, so that doesn't need to deactivate, but what I'm going to do is just double check. It seems to be 3 no matter what. So let's activate. There you go. 3 bales. And there you have it, should you need a selection of those. The Autoload Balefork pack. Next we have got, again, let's go into here. This was under front loader tools as well. And we come down to, I got these out to double check them. So this is the Fliegl Bale Tools pack. It's by Agrar Design Austria as well. 4.26 megabytes download, 2 slots each under front loaders, which you've got here. It's got the Bale Grab Small, Bale Grab Profi Combi, and the Swing Flexi. Options on these, there are none. That comes as it is. That comes as it is. 125, 150s. These won't, the grabs won't go out wide enough to do the large round bales. But because it said that in the description, this one we got wrap bale handler or spikes if you want to do square bales, or you can still do round bales. But if you don't want to puncture your silage bales, you can do. Then we've got galvanised, or we've got plastic, and then design colour is if you've gone for that. We can change our tying colour like so. Yeah, but I double checked to see if these are auto load, and they're not. They operate as these sort of Baleforks normally do. Those ones open like a big hug, and those ones open, swing to the side, go under your bale, swing it back in, pick them up. Nice and straightforward. The Fliegl Bale Tools Pack. Next we have got just here this. This is the Goweil GFM 4.21 megabytes download. This is under baling and miscellaneous, 3 slots. If we go back into here, I did look under front loaders and then I read the description and found where it was, which I should have done in the first place. There we go, there it is, the GFM, 4 grand. We've got light kit, yes or no, so you can have lighting kit on it if you want to. 3-point attacher, or you can have Euro and 3-point attacher. You've got bale wrap empty, so you can have it empty and simulate going to collect them, loading it up and taking it off to wherever you're going to take it off to. Or you can have it with the various different wraps already on. So if you've got your balers set to empty and you're manually loading them, this is your, you know, rather than taking pallets over, you can have this. I've got one on the back that's already got a load on. And what we'll do, if we start our engine and swing around the back, if I switch the back tool, it says unfold magazine, which does it like that, ready for taking them off. You can lower that down. For some reason it hit the floor, I think because the rear hitch goes a lot lower. If we do this one, switch to the front, unfold magazine, lower magazine, and then come over to here, it will ask us if we want to refill our foil machine. We do. Pretty cool. Press it back up, fold the machine, and then we can take our wrap out to fill up whatever it is we're going to be filling up that requires wrap. Lovely job, the Goweil GFM. Oh, next. Now this is I haven't actually tested on this one, just bear with me 1 second. So we've got this. Now I don't want to bandy about the phrase game changer, because I'm not sure at the moment the full ramifications of what this actually means. It's just a line in the description. I read it and thought, oh hello, that's interesting, I wonder what that will do. But anyway, so this is the Mower and Wrapper with Hitch by Dogface, 27.7 megabytes download, 15 slots, 10 meter width for the mower. We've got a few of those around the 450, but it has a rear hitch on the back of it with a PTO. We've then got the wrapper, which is over there, which is 4 slots, which also has a trailer hitch on the back, which is important. And then we have got the baler, and then the baler says in the description, it's one of those things, like I say, not a throwaway line per se. It says balers square AI worker support. This package includes the SB1290ID square baler, which is configured to function with an AI worker. So if I set a worker off to do this mowing, that's on the back, so that'll bale anyway. But my curiosity is, if I just already had done it and the swath was there, can I just put a tractor on that? When it says for AI worker, does it mean just with this, or will it work as an AI worker baler? Because baling is a bit one of those things, it doesn't work particularly well, if at all. What is cool about this is having the rear hitch on this, which is adjustable, means you can put the auto stack, and you can probably put auto load trailers on it. The auto stack, whether it be the square or the round one, so as this wraps bales and drops them, it will pick them up and put them onto the trailer as you go. So it will do it all in one pass, which again, even if it's not a game changer in that it's an AI baler that will, you know, so you can set it off and it will go autonomously, all of this stuff makes life so much easier, one pass movements and that kind of stuff. So anyway, let's get into the nuts and bolts of what's going on. So we go into here and we go to our mowers section first. So there's our with wrapper. Actually, you know what, while we're here, sorry, I know I'm doing this a lot, but as soon as we're in here, I don't want to miss this. The CORTO 290FN. This is the CLAAS CORTO 290 FN by Agrar design Austria, 8.62 megabytes download, 5 slots, 2.9 meters wide. Under options, we've got design 1, just changes where the CORTO label is. Design 1, 2, 3, back. Warning signs yes or no. Design grey or white. And this will mow to 2.9 meters, requiring 60 horsepower. A front mower from CLAAS. Right, back to this. The big M450 with PTO. So engine size, we've got 449 horsepower or 603. We have Trelleborg, Michelin. I keep saying Michelin. That's the French pronunciation as far as I'm aware. I got clobbered in the comments because when I was saying Michelin, everyone was saying, well, that's very English. Anyway, whichever. Michelin, however you want to say it. Continental, Vredestein, Mitas, BKT, back to Trelleborg. I'm not going to go through all the tyre options, but we have got some front twins and some wides. And if we go to, there you go, front twin, standard. I'm sure one of these had a wide option. Maybe I dreamt it. Mitas is on wide already. BKT's on wide already. Maybe that's what I was thinking. Beacon lights, we've got 1 through 16. I'm not going through all 16 of them. The one that's on there at the moment, 16, is tiny, and that's what I went for. It's a tiny little strobe. But there are 16 beacon lights because, you know. Main colour. I don't know why I'm moving around so much. There we go. We'll just show a couple of different changes. There we go. Main colour, design colour. When I tried metallics on these, it didn't work other than the rim colour. And then rim colour, if I do a metallic on that one, it will do the rim colour, but the others didn't. License plate option on there as well. That's the mower with attacher on the back. We come from then down to, not there, we want wrappers. There's our wrapper with hitch. So you see around the back there, we've got a hitch where the license plate normally sit. Well, it's there, it's just the side of it. But anyway, the license plate is still there. Trelleborg, Vredestein, Michelin, BKT, back again. We can have the wrap on, various different options, or off. So from that previous one, you can bring your own wrap to it if you want to. Beacon light, this didn't have as many. This was 1 through 8 on the beacons. What was the beacon? Oh, on top there, there you go. Then we got main colour and rim colour option on there to change if you want. And a license plate too. Come out of there. And then we've got the baler, which is actually, there was not a round baler in this pack, is there? There are so many balers in packs. No, square balers. It is their Mower wrapper with hitch. I'm not quite sure though, because the other one's got a hitch, so you could use anything. Oh, I suppose because this one is designed, yeah, with AI worker support. I'm going to have to do some more testing on that. Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, Vredestein, back again. Work light, yes or no. Beacon light, yes or no. Twine, yes or no. Yes or yes. What is yes or no? Twine or empty. Beacon light 1 through, this was 16 as well. Main colour, design colour. Actually, it's changed the design colour to that, so you can see. Next design colour does the panel at the top there. Rim colour and a license plate option on there as well. So what we'll do, let's operate this in the configuration it showed on the website. What I'm going to try and do, I don't know if it's going to work. Unfold the baler. Unfold that. Want to make sure this is on swath dropping, so the baler will pick it up. Toggle work mode, widespreading, swath dropping, there we go. Bale size we'll leave at 180. Let's do that and that. 10 metre. Worker setting. It hasn't dropped the pickup on the baler. Will it drop the pickup? Yes. Like I say, it's all well and good running behind this, but I'm curious as to whether or not this would, if I've got a field that's already been, I suppose I've got one over there, I could try it with a different thing. We'll try it in just a second. Actually, that's something as well. I don't know if we can unload partial bales. We'll double check that in a second. Let's double check. Switch to baler. Unload baler. No, it doesn't have an option to unload partial bales. Right, what I'm going to do, because I'm curious, genuinely curious, I'm going to let this continue to mow the field. I'm going to bring a tractor over and see if it can pick up the bales not on the back of that. I guess we'll find out, won't we? Bear with me while I go and get another tractor. This is a curious one, because I've hooked onto a tractor now, and I've gone into here, and it's showing at 2.2 meters, which is the pickup for the baler. So it's not following the 10 meter like it said, but I suppose the AI is just the fact that when it's on the back of the other thing, on the back of the mower, it is automatically raising and lowering and all the rest of it. Now I know on normal balers, if I go into here now and go up to there, I can change that up to 10 meters, and that should... Oh no, so that doesn't go up to 10. Okay, that's weird then. It's not gonna... So I guess it doesn't work like that, because that's just going to go up and down every 2 meters, and it will accidentally pick up some stuff, I suppose. So maybe it's just maybe I apologise if I'm doing the modder a disservice on that. Maybe, like I say, it is the AI thing. Is just the fact it's working off the back of the big M. Isn't it weird? Because I just assumed that balers and stuff would do that anyway if you were running them off the back. Or maybe that's just manually. Maybe the AI thing is different. Maybe I had been making an assumption all along which was incorrect. I'm just going to get a couple more bales off this, and I can show you the wrapper with the auto collecting, because this is more about the fact as well. This has got a hitch on it, which is pretty cool. Then unload a couple of these, and we'll be fine. Well, there's a thing and no mistake. You know what they say about assumptions? I thought, you know what, I'm going to double check this. So I went and got one of the standard balers out, hooked onto the back of the Krone. Now the Krone was set to AI worker. It's on the field, no problem at all. It's already cut those strips using an AI worker. So I hooked the normal baler on the back of it, hit worker, and it won't run. It won't run with the baler on the back. I assumed, I just made the assumption it was doing that anyway. I haven't personally done it. Whenever I'm doing baling like that, if I'm going to use a bit of kit like that, I do it manually, generally speaking. So yeah, that baler, that's huge. The fact that you can set that off on grass fields and do it, because every time I try and hit an AI worker on the standard square baler, it won't do it. Anyway, that being said, am I underplaying how big a thing that is? I don't know. Whether people like me have assumed that's always been the case. Right, let's open up our wrapper. You can see our hitch on the back there. Now, depending on whether you've got the square auto load or the round auto load, auto stack should I say, not auto load, we have got the option for adjusting that arm. So when I unfold this, if I put it into its operating position like that, we want automatic drop on. That's lined it up quite nicely for there. But what I need to do, if I go back to there, bring that arm right back, so right in position. If you use the round auto stack, I think you need to have it further out because of the way that the actual auto stack bit lands. So I can now drive along. And let's say if you have got an auto load trailer, even better. It turned on, didn't I? I thought I did. Maybe not. And there we go. Jobbed. So that's just finishing that off. That's a cool bit of kit. Like again, I don't want to underplay it. It's very cool. I just want to double check this myself because I think I'm losing my mind. Look, if we check on here, go back to that. That is showing for the mower. It's set on its 10 meter. Everything's okay. We've already seen it's run it, and it ran it with the other baler. So if I bring it round and line it up here, even if it's not lined up properly, you hire a worker and it will line itself up. So hire the worker, circle. Nope, won't run. Whereas with the other baler, it works no problem at all. So, a potential game changer. Let's put it down as that, potential game changer. Sorry that took a little while, but I just want to make sure I got as much into there as I could. That's the Mower and Wrapper with Hitch by Dogface. Now, next, we're going to go back into here again. Under our trailers, we've got a couple. So, we have got, just here, we've got the Krone GX 440. Base game, we've got the GX 520. So this is a 44,000 litre for 97 grand. This is 8.42 megabytes download, 9 slots by Hans. We've got Trelleborg, Michelin, Bugatti, Vredestein, back to Trelleborg. And each of them has got the same tyre choices, just slightly different treads. There we go. Cover yes or no. And license plate option on there too. 44,000 litre trailer will take pretty much everything. Sorted. Krone GX 440. We've also got just here, we've got the Stihl BR24/32- 13.32 megabytes download, 6 slots by Universe Simu Modding. So this one takes pretty much everything. Standard, grain bodywork, silage bodywork, or back. So we've got 31,000 litre, 37,000 litre, 49,000 litre. I did grab one of these out just to double check that. And the silage bodywork, in silage bodywork, that will still take everything, not just forage crops. That will still do absolutely everything. No colour options. It is Stihl red. Good to go. That's the Stihl BR24/32. Next, actually, I'm going to tick off a few of these. We're going to go down to here, under Tedders, just there, we have got the Vicon Fanex 604 Deutzfahr Condimaster 6022. This is by Weekend Farmers Xorzi-Manu Taxis. 4.78 megabytes download, 3 slots, 6.1 meters. As you can see there, 60 horsepower required. It is a Tedder. We can have it in its Vicon or its Deutzfahr configuration. It's a Tedder. It Teds 6.1 meters. Nice. We have also then got under windrowers just here. We have got the Perdinger Eurotop 340N by Agrar Design Austria. 7.12 megabytes download, 5 slots, 3.4 meters. This one you can have a single axle with front round wheel, tandem axle and front round wheel. Back again. Let's go to that because it gives us some other options. We've got a rejection plate. This is by the front wheel. There you go, rejection plate just there on the front wheel if you've gone for the front wheel option. Warning signs, yes or no. Oh no, not yes or no. No, we've got 1 with light, 2 with light, back off again. Protective sleeve, yes or no. That's protective sleeves around the bars, yes or no. That's for transportation, so you don't cut yourself or injure yourself. Then we've got pipe cap protections. That's on the top of the pipes, and you can see this there. The yellow cap's going on. Again, bit of protection for yourself. And then we've got design colour, which does the rotor, which is a curious one. I'm not sure why. There you go, you can change your rotor colour if you want to. And that will windrow 3.4 meters. It's a windrower, that's what it does. What else have we got that I can do quickly to finish off part 1? Then we'll move on to part 2, which I'll get done as soon as I possibly can. I know what we can show. Let's go to... I'll show it in here first, and then we'll go and have a look. I got this out because I was curious to see what would change. Under subsoilers, we have got this. This is the Dondai 800 series. This is by Edo Mod Spaffo Farming CR82. 42.07 megabytes download and 10 slots. The horsepower requirement does change slightly. So 130 horsepower required for the 2.5 metre, 3 metre 180 horsepower, 4 metre 250 horsepower. Then we go, that's interesting because I'm sure one of those said 370. That was weird. Then we go with that back section on there, sort of a cultivator bit going on the back of the subsoiler. Again, 180 horsepower, 2.5, 3 metre, 4 metre, and back again. Oh yeah, that one requires 370. I'm sure it said in there 370, so that one requires a little bit more horsepower. Then we got this clod containment flaps, which stops the stuff spreading out over bits you've already cleared, so it doesn't flick them out onto bits you've already done and you end up with clods on bits you've, you know, you get the idea. No colour options or anything like that. Let's jump to the vehicle. So, nicely made and detailed. I went for the 4 metre, the one that's going to require a bit more horsepower. So I've gone for the standard subsoiler and then gone for the subsoiler with the back bit, just see what the difference is between the two, whether it is more just an immersive, decorative type thing, or whether it does actually have a function. We do have the option on this to create fields as well, so whilst it is a subsoiler we can operate as a plough. So I'm curious to see, will this give us the ploughed state and subsoiler look, or will it be ploughed state and ploughed look? Let's drop the plough down. There we go. Right, so subsoilers usually it's a ploughed state with a cultivated subsoiler look. This ploughed and ploughed, so I'm assuming with the other attachment it will then give you the cultivator bit. So this you can operate as a plough, you can create fields, and off you go. Happy days. Let's switch over to this. What I'll do is I'll miss it completely on purpose. There we go. Now this does have an option to raise and lower that, which I suppose in the real world would give you a little bit of a depth gauge, really, I suppose. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to raise it right up first and see what it does raised. Let's lower the whole lot down. There you go. So what I thought it was going to be, let me adjust that now. Right, so there you go. See it raising the tractor up? That would be like a depth adjustment for your subsoiler if you wanted to, you know. So with the attachment on the back, as you can see, it is doing the ploughing job, which is what that does, but then that rear section, if you go for that, then gives you the cultivated look on the back of it, so you're smoothing out what you've already ploughed, which subsoilers, generally speaking, and it is a generalisation, will do both of those steps in one go. This is just giving the option and a bit more immersion and realism for what it actually does. So there you go, that is the Dondie 8, I know I keep saying that, but I don't want to get it wrong, 800 series by Edomod Spaffo Farming CR82. That is it for the part 1. I'm very conscious of time. Part 2, we've got Lizard Superior End Dump Trailer Pack. We have got, what else have we got? Bomex Slurry Distributor Pack with real section control. We have got Lizard the Beast Voucher Valmet Fent 1000 Vario Series Lexion 560 US series. You can just see over the back there we've got some cool stuff in part 2. I hope you found all this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free, and if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.